Hey there, class of 2024 students and parents. This is Mrs. Niederklein. I just wanted to touch base with you quick on a couple of things to make sure that we are clear. Last week, I had the opportunity to go into Mrs. Comstock's English class, so I was able to meet with everyone and go over a whole bunch of different things. One of the things that we talked about was the pre-ACT that's going to be offered for freshmen. I know I have sent out several things and information for students and parents, and I'm realizing what is happening here that I need to do on my end, but I also wanted to just clarify a few things on your end as well. So we are utilizing a new program called Regroup, and it is our communication tool that allows us to email, text, do both of those to parents and students. So what has happened with me, especially whenever I'm using the word you, I am sometimes referring to the student and sometimes I'm referring to the parent. So I'm going to work on making sure that I'm really clear on that, which one needs to do what. What happened was Mr. Martin shared with me what came through on his end, and here, what I was thinking for the student, they need to fill out their form. Parents, you need to send in a check. And then after that comes up an extra link, which looks like it would be a link to a form, but it's really not. This is just a link back to Regroup. I don't know why, what, I don't know. So then it comes back to that. That shouldn't be it. So that would not be it unless there's an actual link that says here. So this is just kind of extra that's sent from Regroup. What I did send the students was their form for pre-ACT, and it would look like this. And it includes the information for pre-ACT, their name, they fill out their first name, their last name, their first name, and then if they're going to take it or not. And on the form there would then be a submit. So this is in a student email account, okay? So students have access to this. Whenever I send out documents or forms or anything like that, it'll go into the student email. That way they have their Google access to it. It is in their Google Drive and they can refer to that. Typically, I don't send out those forms and all of that information to parents because, one, not everyone has a Google account. Two, it might mean multiple entries. So if the student fills it out, mom fills it out, dad fills it out, stepmom fills it out, whoever is involved in that student's life, if everyone's trying to fill it out, then I may have multiple entries for the same student. And the third reason is because I really want to help the students develop and have ownership in their learning and be responsible. So that way they know, hey, I have to do this. I need to get this turned in. And it's a quick, easy, click a couple buttons and get that submitted. So parents typically will not receive the actual link to the form, but that email in Regroup is stating that students did receive the form and the student needs to do it on their end, and then has the part for the parent as well. Also, students, it's attached to your email, so your name, timestamp, all that kind of stuff comes up. So you're going to need to make sure if you have a student email and you also have your own private Gmail account, make sure that you're logged into your student email account. That is imperative as well. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is one of the things that I did when I was in Mrs. Comstock's class was talking about how to get in touch with me. So students, if you have a concern, parents, if you have a concern and you want to email me, that is fine. Students, if you want to talk to me in the hallway, that is not fine because by the time I get back here, I have forgotten who and what and when and where. So in order to schedule a meeting with me, you would go to the Frontenac School homepage, go to Students, FHS Counselor, and from here up at the top, my screen, there we go. Up at the top, there are going to be some things that you may or may not need at this point in time. Continuing down is my contact information, bullying incident report. If you need to fill one of those out, it goes directly to me, and then make an appointment. This redirects you and is tied to my calendar. So if you are wanting to make an appointment with me, you can hover over the time, and if it's clickable, it's open. If it is white and you can't click it and it is marked through, then I have either a scheduled meeting or something going on that day. So let's say you wanted to meet at 8:45. That is a class that you can leave from. You don't have a scheduled test or something like that. You include your first name, your last name, usually 15 minutes, and topic to discuss. So if that is a class, a situation, something like that, we need to include that. You would include, click on I'm not a robot and confirm booking. You get an email confirmation, I get an email, and then it goes directly to my Google Calendar. One of the things that we also talked about was making sure that you wait for me to call you out. I don't want any missed class time, and I don't want anything, if something is going on or if I'm needed in a different area, I don't want to pull you out of class, make you wait for an extended period of time before I'm able to get with you. Also, students, we talked about the big three. So here is my picture that I was talking to you about. So whenever we have those conversations, it stays in here unless someone is hurting you, you want to hurt someone else, or you want to hurt yourself. So those are major concerns that I cannot keep to myself for the safety and well-being of everyone. So that way you understand and know that. Those situations and those concerns are not something that you would make an appointment for. That's something that we need to talk about immediately. Parents, that if you have a concern, you may reach out to me too on any of those. If you need to make an appointment with me, this is an easy way to do that, and it goes straight to my Google Calendar. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Things are crazy right now. I get that. However I can help, I will try my best, and it's always a learning adventure. And I will try to work on using the right pronoun you in my communication. So hope all is well. Take care.